Guerrillas were a ruthless force during the Civil War, often organizing wars that weren't actually that organized. Today, we talk about a group that took a stand in history. The Civil War raged from 1861 to 1865. During that time, the northern and southern states went through numerous battles. These were split among the Confederate and Union sides. However, in the background were other unofficial soldiers known as guerrillas. Guerrillas were on both fighting sides and had presented skillful members. One specifically from the Confederate or Southern side was John Singleton Mosby. He was a highly respected leader in his time, known for ambushing the Union guerrillas effectively. Before being a leader, John was born to Alfred Mosby and Virginia McLaurin on December 16, 1883. As a young boy, he moved with his family to Albemarle County in Virginia. Eventually, he attended the University of Virginia and had to serve prison time and pay a fee for shooting a man during a fight. After this, however, he managed to turn his life around and start to study law. Soon, he decided to abandon his studies and join the Confederates once the Civil War broke out. He was quite a rebel within his own fighting side, and soon decided to branch off on his own, henceforth becoming a guerrilla leader, and a very good one at that. Centered around Virginia, Mosby's troops were called Mosby's Rangers. Mosby's Rangers influenced the war very negatively in the sense that he stole much and imprisoned many. He imprisoned over 1,000 people, stole 1,500 horses, and even was able to manage to steal over $1,000. As a matter of fact, by the end of his life, he had acquired the nickname Grey Ghost through his violent methods of war.
So we have here Mr. Artichoke Man. What were guerrillas like?
Well, guerrilla soldiers were ruthless and very unorganized. What I mean by that is that they planned battles like any normal militia, but rules were unspecified oftentimes.
Okay, did you have any relatives that were guerrilla soldiers?
Actually, I did. My aunt's cousin's father's bar mitzvah's organizer, second brother twice removed, was a guerrilla soldier. As you can see, he's very old.
Wow, okay. Moving on.
He was a good man.
Sir, we have to move on. Cut the camera! Cut the camera!
Most guerrillas were known as bushwhackers. And no, it doesn't mean that they whacked bushes. Yeah, Patricia, that's enough. That is enough. Bushwhacker was actually more of a slang term for their name. And now for a fun fact.
Did you know that many Southerners joined guerrilla groups because it gave them opportunity to defend their home countries or states without leaving their farms or families? And that was today's fun fact.
Remember the bushwhackers? Even though they were the general group of guerrillas, they were still divided. One such group amongst them were the partisans. They were another guerrilla division during the Civil War. Their goal was to dispose those who went against their wishes in their country. In all seriousness, however, partisans were guerrillas who worked on the sidelines and helped out their fellow allies in the war. They still participated in battle, nevertheless, and had many resources. They were influential during the war for those reasons. We've already noted upon a Confederate guerrilla, John Mosby. Now here is one of the most notable pro-Union guerrillas, James Lane. As a partisan, however, he was on the division known as Jayhawkers. He was one of the most notable of them, too. He was a politician, as well as a military leader. However, similarly to Mosby, he fell out of the main fighting forces by organizing and executing a violent attack in Osceola, Missouri. This led the Union to nullify his command. However, he continued on and made history when he independently coordinated the 1st Kansas Volunteer Infantry, which included the first unit of black soldiers to have served in combat during the duration of the Civil War. His impact allowed to make way for more integration between African Americans and whites. All in all, it can be shown that guerrillas undoubtedly influenced the Civil War, and in more ways than one. Even though they had negative sides to them, they still had positives and had a good deal with the overall war. Thank you all again so much for watching our project. I don't know what to say now, it's just my doggo rolling. Look at him, he likes running. Oh yeah, right, roll the credits.
Dude, wait back! Review this.
The Civil War raged from 1861 to 1865.
Toodaloo.
During that time, the northern and southern states went through numerous battles. However, in the background were other... I'm sorry!
Rev up those fryers, 'cause I am sure hungry for one